I'm Saki Kuratani, Assistant Director of JETRO, Japan External Trade Organization, Bengaluru office. Today, I will be your MC. どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。Japan Habba Tech Fair includes 3 events related to technology, startups, and job opportunities. Today, we will have the technology talks from 4 Japanese companies in various sectors: healthcare, software, eco-friendly material, and robotics. They are expanding their cutting-edge technologies in India already. And we really hope today's event could be the right opportunity to get to know their activities. Firstly, I request Mr. Janaki Raman, the president of Indo-Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industries, to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, Jani-san.
Hello everyone, welcome to the technology track of Japan. Minasan konnichiwa. Technology track is something that we started few years back as part of Japan Habba. As all of you are aware, Japan Habba is meant more for culture and art as well as the language related arena, which brings people together from Japan and India on a common platform at Bangalore. But Japan being a technology country and India becoming an emerging technology hub, we felt it's appropriate for us to look at the technology as one other key element for us to integrate together and look at how the opportunities of the world can be won over. So the Japan Habba has a tech fair which involves technology talks, which involves startup talks as well as the startup pitch and the job opportunities through online job portal for India and Japanese aspirants. This technology arena is something why it's important we have to look at. Japan is a country of manufacturing. It had been a leader in the automotive space, in the electronics, especially the consumer electronics space, and several other technologies. India in the last 2 decades has transformed itself into a technology country, especially in the information technology arena. But today it is building up the might in multiple fronts, be it the healthcare like biotechnology, or even in the semiconductor arena, where with the new semiconductor policy, we expect tremendous investment in the semiconductor fabs and multiple opportunities emerging due to that. Japan is one of the largest economy and India is one of the emerging economy, which you can put it at the number 3 or number 4 in the world. The market opportunities together for Japan and India are phenomenal. So how do we address that? We have to look at what are the key strengths of both the countries. Japan is extremely good in quality. Japan is extremely good in manufacturing. And Japan is extremely good in the process orientation. India is a country of innovation where many startups are happening. We are extremely good in information technology. We are extremely good in services. And we are trying to build our might in the infrastructure arena through the proper roads and factories and plants and electricity and so many other things. Japan and India are coming together with a Japan commitment of $42 billion investment in the infrastructure arena in the next 5 years that can do wonders for India. And if we collectively combine our might of the Japan's manufacturing strength and India's capability in the services arena as well as the startup arena, we can create wonders together and address the whole world. World is a platform that we can play with if we are able to strategize properly, and the Japan Habba Tech Fair track will help in terms of looking at what are such opportunities, how do we capture those opportunities, how do we leverage together, and how do we achieve leadership together. In addition to the tech talks, one other arena that we are looking at is the startup arena. Startup is something where Bangalore has emerged as the second biggest hub after the Silicon Valley. Japan had been extremely good in the technology space in the past, but it is to some extent losing edge because the startup culture hasn't caught on. Many innovations that one cannot think of, especially in the digital space, happens through the startups, and India has established leadership in that, and multiple unicorns have emerged. But the India's challenge is not just the startup alone, but scaling. And the scaling is something that Japan understands very well. How do you put processes in place? How do you put technologies together like robotics and automatic assembly and automation and several other things? And how do you do mass scale manufacturing? That's what Japan understands well. If you are able to combine the Indian might in the startup space and Japanese might in the manufacturing, then we will be able to create wonders. And how do we do it together? That is possible only when Japan understands India's working culture and India understands Japanese working culture. And that is possible when more and more of Indians start working in Japanese companies and Japanese start working in Indian companies. And the job fair that we are going to conduct during the tech track, the objective is to create a platform where people can come together and will be able to explore opportunities in terms of both the universities where they will be able to get educated as well as the organizations where they will be able to work together. So the job opportunity that we are going to create through tech track is going to be also another important track that one should leverage during this period. So on the whole, the Japan Habba is taking good shape, and tech track every year is gathering more and more might, and I am sure this year also will be an equally successful year, and look forward to everyone, be it the participants, be it the organizers, be it the people who are going to give us that talk, all of us to come together and make it a success, and look forward to your continued support on that and make it a success together. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu.
Thank you, Jani-san. Before we proceed, I would like to explain that today, 5 minutes of Q&A session will be followed by each company's 15 minutes presentation. So kindly input your question in neither the Zoom Q&A box, on YouTube live chat, or the main stage Discord channel anytime during their presentation. I will pick up some of them right after the presentation and ask the speakers to answer. Please do not forget to specify the speaker when you type your question. We are waiting for a lot of questions. So let us start the session. I would like to invite the first speaker, Mr. Masaharu Morita from Fujifilm, founder and program director of Mueller. Morita-san, please start your presentation. Over to you.
Thank you. Hello, nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Morita. I'm based in Tokyo, Roppongi. Today, I'm very happy to do the presentation about Fujifilm new activity about healthcare screening in India, in Bangalore. So today, I will explain the Japanese secret, the secret of Japanese longevity. So first of all, Fujifilm, maybe everybody knows about as a camera company, we established 1934. And maybe you know like this kind of green film. So this is our original business. But on the same time, actually, we started for the X-ray film as well. So we are in a very long period experience in healthcare field as well. Nowadays, Fujifilm has now CT and MRI and ultrasound, endoscopy, etc. All equipment we have. And also we have many AI solutions. And on top of the machine, we are making like a clever machine with artificial intelligence. So now, today I will talk about Neura. It's a Japanese way of advanced full body health screening center. So we established this Neura by last year. So now it's a 1-year anniversary. So this program is supported by Japanese Ministry of Economy and also Ministry of Health as well. So we are getting a lot of support from them, of course, from JETRO as well. And our topic is strike the disease before it strikes you. We brought this kind of Japanese culture of preventive health checkup. So one is Japanese way of hospitality, and second is luxury hotel type of facility, which people want to come, not hospital. And just take 120 minutes only. So come in and out is only 120 minutes, and you can get all the information. And cutting edge machine with AI technology is backing up for this program. And we will explain everything by imaging basis, not by report, which people difficult to understand. So India before the life expectancy was only 41 years by 1960, but it's really growing now. It's around it's 70 years old. It's close by Japan. And what does this mean? Is the cause of death is become different. Before, communicable disease such as like a virus is a major cause of death in India. But it's as you see, is this dark green is a non-communicable disease. This is lifestyle disease is a major cause of death, like heart attack or cancer and diabetic. How is Japan? In Japan is 86% is the cause of death by lifestyle disease. So we can say is like we are in the same trend and we have to tackle this lifestyle disease. And Neura, we established this kind of workflow. First, we welcome and reception and explanation and cafe area and waiting area they can wait and registration by iPad and check-in and the QR code published and then make a QR code wristband and journey start. And women's dedicated area and men's dedicated area is different and changing the clothes and the blood test and oral cancer test and lung and heart and abdominal test by CT and body composition and bone test. And for the lady is a breast test and a cervical test. So everything include and then after the 120 minutes, she can get explanation by our doctor. So all the process is only 120 minutes, so which is like a technically backing up by many like AI solutions. So this is what we will explain today. And basically in India is a blood test is a very common, but we brought this imaging test, clinical disease for the imaging test. This is Japanese culture we brought up. And because image is easy to understand and they can believe. So it's for example, like this is abdominal test and this is a full body test. Also, it's visible. So we can change the the attitude of our for the health concern, let's say. And this for the CT, for example, it's everybody a bit afraid about CT radiation. But we reduce CT dose is like 97%. So now we are using only 3% of radiation, which is like one X-ray, same as one X-ray image. How we are doing? Because like if we reduce radiation a lot, then image will be bad. It's very noisy. But fast AI will understand the noise and remove the noise and to make a good image. And second AI will catch for the diseases. Like this is a lung cancer case and fatty liver, the kidney size and liver cancer and stones as well. So everything will be done by AI. And for example, heart attack, everybody knows a heart attack is sudden, but actually it's not sudden, it's progressing. So for example, this kind of plaque will come and the clot comes, then stuck, then heart attack comes. This is a heart attack. So basically, the healthy vessel is nothing problem, but once plaque comes, then one day stuck. If we can cut the vessel, of course we can see, but of course we cannot. So that's why we will use the CT for the imaging. This is calcium, we can see. Then it will be the cause of stuck of the blood vessel. For example, heart attack, we can see by this kind of imaging. In India, unfortunately, we did around 3,000 cases already, and around 4% of people is very high calcium situation. It's 90% of people can anytime get a heart attack. So everybody went to hospital and to take a medicine, and they can survive. And for example, men and women, men is more higher the risk we could see. And for example, this is a case, is a higher age is more risky. So it's above 50 years old, it's around 1 in 2 person is some risks. But it's not make afraid. If we understand, we can take action and we can avoid the emergency. So for example, like Miren Tsuman also came to our center and to do the heart screening as well. So this is a good trend, it's coming in. For example, breast cancer, everybody feel pain, but our system is not painful with fit sweet and soft paddle, and we can reduce the painful. This is come from Japanese technology. And also we are using 2 AI, and first AI and second AI fight each other, and a specialist radiologist confirm for that. So that's why we evaluated as 0 missing cases. So unfortunately, it's for the women also like around 12.8% from the street, we could find some symptom. It's not everybody is a cancer, but some symptom we could find. So understand, then take action. So this is very important point. And unfortunately, the Zeroda owner, the wife, Shima-san, she came to Neura and she was found as breast cancer. So she is in the US now and she is fighting with cancer and she is publishing about herself to encourage people to go her screening. And like she is fine because she could find at early stage. So our technology behind is all exam done and immediately AI will work and specialist doctor is behind and they will confirm for that and inform to GP and GP explain to our guest in 120 minutes. And we will give the report later on. Many Japanese also came in. She said it's better than Japan. And he said like I could confirm the good health, so he could eat and drink more, etc. And thanks to channel, it's making like our advertisement as well. And finally, it's a very important point is move to the prevention rather than cure. This is, I think that this is responsibility for your loved one. Basically, it's my wife and me. I'm going to have screening every year. So I have to push my wife to go and I have to push my parents as well. Because if we can find at early stage, it will be curable. For example, in Japan, we can see like for example, this is like a breast cancer. If like early stage, the survival rate is very high, 99%. So it's all type of cancer. The survival rate is 90% if we can find at early stage. But if we can find at later stage, then survival rate is only 10%. So actually in Japan and India, the human and person level is same. But we are doing like a health screening every year as Japanese governmental program. So that's why we can have a more like longer life, but it's unfair. So that's why we made this Neura service in India. So hopefully we can expand more and more. Right now we have center in Indiranagar, in Bangalore, Indiranagar at 100 Feet Street. We have this one center. But now this year we will open in Delhi and Mumbai and Chennai as well, hopefully in Hyderabad. And also we are considering to move more in Dubai and Indonesia, etc. So thank you very much for your attention. So everybody can visit anytime to Neura, it's welcome. And if you can see it neura.in, then you can see more movie, etc. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Morita-san, for your presentation. I would love to invite my parents also in Japan to come to Bangalore to get neuro services. All right, so now let's move on to the Q&A session with Fujifilm. So now we are getting some questions. The first one is from Arjun-san. The technology you are using to tackle health disease, how much effective it can be in India as well as Japan?
So let's say its technology is not perfect, always a human is involved, should be involved. And finally, doctor is responsible. But to help the doctor is a technology. So, for example, is a doctor also it's a human. We are also same. For example, if we get the email, 300 email, boom, then it's panic. So cannot see everything. But if like AI said, okay, this is important, this is maybe not important for you, then you can focus is important things. So this is a technology. So from here, we did some test trial, and the doctors spending time could be less, and like pickup is like sensitivity become more higher. So this is we have like a trial, and actually this is why it's AI is like booming to support human.
Okay. Thank you very much. It is very important to understand AI is a supporter of human beings.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I have a second question? So I'm getting in a messenger that what is the cancer situation in India, especially the most prevalent cancer types?
Yes, for the lady is breast cancer, and for the man is oral cancer. Yeah, for example, oral cancer is very rare in the world, but in India it's very high. So that's why oral cancer screening we don't have in Japan, but we brought in because I heard it's the cause of cancer is because of the chewing tobacco. So this is a major, it's a problem. So and also like lung cancer, also it's high because of the like many like cigarette or pollution. Is everybody saying many things, but this is yeah. And for the lady, it's basically it's a breast cancer. This is the same in the world. It's a similar. And secondary become cervical cancer, cervix cancer. So and the problem of India is curable rate is very low. For example, in Japan, it's like once get the cancer, then death ratio is like 10% or maximum 20%, 15%, something like that. So let's say curable rate is around 80 to 90%. But unfortunately, in India, is curable rate is like less than 50%. It's a 40%, sometimes 30% only, because cancer is firstly has some damage on the cell, and then it will be spread. Once spread, we cannot treat anymore. But before spread, we can tackle cancer with chemo and remove. That's it. So cancer is actually I can say it's a simple. So if we can find at early stage, we can treat. But if later, not. How we can find early stage is only screening is a possibility. Yeah.
Okay. I understood well that you not only bringing Japanese technology, but also you developed the technology to India because India has an overall cancer or other tendency compared with Japanese society. So okay, I will pick up the last or the third question from Amon-san. Can the screening machines be miniaturized to be used in small clinics or mobile stations? I understand that in Indiranagar, there is a big, huge clinic to do neural services, but is it can be miniaturized?
So let's say yes, we can bring, for example, like CT machine inside of the bus to go around, or like mammography machine also can be bring in bus and can go around. This is actually we will start in this year. One unit we are considering about, but cannot bring everything inside. But like targeting disease, for example, is not everything, but like some like major target disease, for example, oral cancer, lung cancer, and cervical cancer, breast cancer. Like this kind of things we can put inside and then can go around with the rural area and also corporate screening. So this is what we are planning for as well.
Okay, wonderful. That in Japan, we have seen many times the bus doing the health screening, and it will be also realized in India or especially Bangalore now. Okay, thank you very much. So unfortunately, this is the time for Fujifilm. So thank you very much, Morita-san, and hope every participants, students or parents can go to Nura to get their services. Thank you very much, Masaharu-san.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so let's move on to the second speaker. So next, I invite Mr. Amit from Rakuten India Enterprise to present. Amit-san, over to you.
Thank you, Saki-san. Good morning and good afternoon to everyone. My name is Amit Srivastav. This is a pleasure for me to present approach, observability continuous improvement approach of Rakuten that we have taken. Rakuten, just an introduction to some of you who may not know this. Rakuten is a technology conglomerate. We are into multiple different businesses, headquartered in Japan. In India, we have one of the largest development R&D center. You may probably know us as sponsor of FCB, as well as Golden Eagles and several other sports franchise. We not only do sports or e-commerce, but we are into multiple different businesses. And with that, we understand technology domain fairly a bit into this. When we designed to talk about observability or a continuous improvement, we thought what better time than post-COVID. We all have seen technology has helped a lot in almost all the businesses survive COVID, and post-COVID situation. We have realized that the reality of our businesses are failures. Everything fails in businesses, in general, but specifically in technology. Everything fails every time. This quote is very popular by Werner Vogels, who's the longtime CTO of Amazon. Some of you might know him. He quoted in multiple forums that technology, while it helps a lot, it also creates a lot of problem for the businesses to hold it together. And one of the most difficult and distressful situation is to handle that failure at any given point of time, and especially on the operations, it is very, very difficult. Almost all the IT leaders try to aim for reducing the MTTR. We have, being one of the most diverse business houses across the world, we have always tried to aim for reducing this mean time to repair, sometimes referred as mean time to resolve, or mean time to respond as well. But the reality is reaching to MTTR 0 has a lot of technological challenges. Some of them are very, very known, that changes bring lot of unplanned outages. About 80% of unplanned outages are due to changes. About 75% of experience issues or the effect of changes are not outrightly diagnosed or detected by the companies themselves, but diagnosed or detected by the end users, and they call and complain about it. And about 90% of the time of MTTR goes into localization, finding the issues, understanding what exactly is the root cause. And that is something which kind of requires a huge strategy. Unfortunately, a lot of IT leaders have survived on hope, which is not a great strategy by all definitions and by all means. What we did in Rakuten to run such a large environment where we have 80 plus businesses across the globe and about 30, 35 countries operations, we went back to fundamentals. Um, we built a framework and a product which helps us continuously improve. And with these three key objectives, we built our observability platform, which continuously observes and helps us improve the MTTR. The other objective is reducing the remediation time, so that we can be up and running. We can learn from our mistakes that we have done, and we can create some kind of run book out of the failures that we detect or that we find. And the third objective was always that how can we build better products that it does not fail next time onwards. Building better defect-free products, deploying it faster and better ways. These are the three key objectives that we started with. Rakuten India specifically played a pivotal role there. We built a platform which is called Rakuten Six Sense. Rakuten Six Sense, in the essence, is a holistic observability solution, which does not only focuses around finding the faults and continuously understand this, but also help you create a more continuous improvement framework by collecting, visualizing the ongoing problems, ongoing behaviors, ongoing performance issues of your IT landscape, but also it helps you manage those issues which come time to time, uh, cut through the noise, and only help you focus on what is important. The third, probably most important aspect is when you find the problem and fix it, what are you going to do to to make sure that it does not happen next time? So one of the critical component that Rakuten Six Sense was built or delivers is about the better end-to-end QA automation framework, which helps reduce the defects in the upcoming products, the new releases, the new developments, and that is how we help bridge the gap of continuous improvement and create a closed loop continuous improvement systems. Um, just giving you a bit of idea, the first block of continuous improvement is about the operations. It's about finding, understanding what your application problems are, effectively understanding where um, we probably are lagging. Is also about helping you understand what are the issues which are coming from the end user standpoint, browser or the mobile app, and put them together, correlated, so that they not only are information but they are actionable insights. One side of the operational observability of Rakuten Six Sense allows you to look at create a closed loop incident management system where you can generate an incident and follow through the entire incident cycle, assign it to the right people who are supposed to be looking at, and then creating or helping you create an entry in the run book system itself. On the other hand, it also allows you to look at more from a AI standpoint and understand what is, a more business insight, what is failing more often, where you should be putting more focus on. Just taking a cue from the Fujifilm presentation and the Honorable Masaharu-san, his comments on the effort is about prevention. The effort is about helping you find the problems quicker. Of course, his presentation was more driven towards human, and what we are talking about is more from a machine and application standpoint. But reducing that, um, uh, the effort, the effort is about helping you find the problems quicker. Of course, his presentation was more driven towards human, and what we are talking about is more from a machine and application standpoint. But reducing that, um, uh, the effort is about helping you find the problems quicker. that time to respond, or helping you be prepared for failures which are coming, is something which always is going to help to humankind as well as IT leaders here in our context. AI Ops allows you to look at more broader perspective of what is the trend, how it is going, how can I reduce more mundane task, how can I automate that, how can I just create one single flow where the users or the information can be shared across and correlated well enough. Aside to operational observability, the other key component, as we were speaking, is around the continuous improvement through building up better quality products. Building up better quality products are the task of reducing the dependencies and bridging the gaps. One of the important factor is about testing before you release the applications, and that is something which has become real big problem in last some time. The testing, application testing itself is very complicated. A lot of tools are there, a lot of different frameworks get involved, and most of them are disconnected in their approaches, and there is no integration that results to low quality and a fairly low speed. What we have done is that our 6sense portfolio allows you to create that using our single unified platform, create a single end-to-end testing automation or a QA automation cycle where once you provide the requirement, that automatically goes through multiple steps or stages, and looks at the defects and the problem areas even before you go live in the production, and helps you fix those issues much quicker. So that is about our testing acceleration module of Rakuten 6sense. With this, I end my presentation. If there are questions, I'm happy to take that up, Saki sir and the team.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Amit-san. So we have received 1 or 2 questions. Okay, from Naresh-san. The first question is, the products of artificial intelligence used for error reduction, can it be used for college projects? Is it similar to Amazon?
It can be. Error defect and error detection is one of the use case of AI. AI has a potential of improving lot of repetitive tasks for sure, and also adding something which is straightforward. But we are also seeing the more autonomous AI systems nowadays, where more complex models can be built upon. So yes, of course, it can be done.
Okay. So related to this question, so I would like to personally ask you that, can 6sense be used? No. Yes. Can 6sense be used across any business or sector of any size? So I would like to ask you, what is the model case of using your products?
Yes, Saki-san, thank you for this excellent question. 6sense is more technology centric product. It helps operationally improve the quality and user experience of any application. Most of the businesses that we see nowadays are IT dependent. So whatever business is IT dependent, or the applications which are critical for businesses, definitely should be monitored by something like Rakuten 6sense, something which allows to have a continuous 360 degree and 24/7 observability, and helps you continuously improve on the user experience. So definitely, yes, it is irrespective of the sector and domain. It is about the technology. It is about the critical applications.
Okay, thank you very much. I understood that. I think now almost all the industries related to IT and the user experience, yes, also. So I understood that your product is available for all the industries. Okay. Yes. The third question is Rakuten doing any work on quantum computing?
We have an interest in that area. We are exploring the new quantum technology has a very wide scope. So right now it is very, very early for me to comment, but there are a lot of work which are going on. Not specifically, one dimension of quantum, but a lot of other activities that we are doing in our research labs.
Okay, yeah, actually, I'm not understanding what does it mean quantum computing, but I'm so sorry for asking difficult questions.
No problem.
Okay, the next question is that how safe is it to use this tool to dealing with customer sensitive data?
Yeah, this is so by nature of any observability solution, they are not built to monitor or capture any customer sensitive data or privacy information. Not that I'm saying it cannot monitor or it cannot capture, but we do not capture or monitor any personal sensitive or financial information which customers don't want.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So that's why you can also even apply to, for example, bank and I don't know, any industry deal with very sensitive customer information.
Yes. A lot of our customers are using, they are financial sector customers, they are using our solution. So it is fairly common.
Okay, thank you for answering. So I think this will be the last, or if we receive another question, we can do. But how is Sixth Sense different from other monitoring tools available?
The approach, other monitoring solutions are mostly monitoring. We are holistic. Our vision, which I probably did not talk about, is observability across and helping you continuously improve. Most of the monitoring solutions focus on finding the fault and fixing, but we are also talking about finding fault, fixing, but in extension that improving your code quality by having a continuous testing framework in a better way, or in a way that you should rely less on finding the problem and fixing it. You should rather fix it before you make the product or prepare the product in production.
Okay, yeah. As you mentioned in the presentation, it's also similar to Fujifilm idea that depicting before is more important.
It's not only predicting, but it is also about how can we fix it? How can we even fix before it goes to production and goes live in that. So our continuous testing framework or testing acceleration framework allows you to reduce defects so that it does not create problem in production.
Okay, thank you. So I'm sorry, can I have one last question?
Yes, please, no problem, Saksan.
So does your solution use QBERT or other neural networks for code? It's a specific question.
Not yet, no. We are mostly, at this point of time, we are into, so there are two parts to it, and mostly in the observability side, we are relying upon the traditional methods of coding, code taggings and tracings, etc. We are not really in UL side.
Okay. Thank you very much, Amit-san. We are almost time. So thank you again, Amit-san. And I would like to invite a third speaker. Okay, thank you.
So much.
So thank you, Amit-san. So now I would like to invite third speaker, Sato-san from TBM. Sato-san, over to you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Is it clear?
You are joining from Japan.
Yeah. So hello from Japan and good morning, India. So for Jetro-san, firstly, thank you for inviting us for this great event. I'm very honored to be here to deliver our company presentation for you. And sorry, can I have permission to share my screen? It's still Rakuten.
Yes, Amit-san, could you stop sharing your screen?
Yes, please. And for audience and people who are watching this event, I hope you're enjoying this event so far. Yes. And let me share my screen. It's getting bigger. Is it okay?
Yes,
Okay,
no
thank you.
problem.
So anyways, let me introduce myself first. So my name is Daiki Sato. I'm belonging to Global Business Development Team at TBM as a regional director in India. And today I will deliver our company presentation about Limex, which is an innovative material mainly delivered from limestone. So this is the agenda today from top to bottom, which is company introduction about Limex and business in India. So firstly, our company name is a TBM Company Limited, comes from Times Bridge Management. And then take a right hand side. This is a messages by our CEO Yamasaki. So actually, like TBM is a Japanese company in environmental business, and now we are creating and achieving sustainability revolution in the world. So this is our company overview. So as I mentioned, this is our company name, TBM, and we were established 2011 in August. And so far for employees, we have roughly 240 employees right now. And here's our major shareholders, mainly Japanese company. And here's some of our that we know so far. So I can prove our technical capabilities. It has been highly evaluated by a lot of sectors and people in the world. So this is our fund development so far. So far, we are financing more than approximately $200 million by a lot of company and governmental body in Japan. For example, which is Ministry of Economy and NATO, as well as overseas company like SK. And TBM is a material supplier that has developed and provide an innovative material, Limex, which is mainly comes from limestone. Also, in parallel, we are accelerating to develop the material circulation platform for recycling. This is our business. So this is the Limex. So here's a definition of Limex. So actually, Limex is a composite material. Over 50% of mainly comes from limestone, and today it can be utilized to use for example, Limex pellet for plastic alternative as well as paper alternative. So why we use limestone for raw material? Even though basically limestone, it has been used for example, cement or making a line to play soccer, for example. And here's the main reason. So firstly, it has advantages in CO2 emissions. I will show you the detail later. And also limestone, it is one of the abundant natural resources in the world, in poor resource country in Japan. And based on my understanding in India, you have tons of limestone reserves. And also limestone is economical and you can expect low volatility. And here's a Limex manufacturing method. So basically we are doing compounding to combine and mix the calcium carbonate. Actually it's powder with binder resin. And in this process, it is containing our know-how and like special technology and so on. Here's some features of Limex. So firstly, for Limex, it can contribute to natural resource depletion to preserve, for example, trees, water, oil, and also Limex is a recyclable material. And for Limex, it can reduce GHG emissions. Also, Limex, it has been known as a world-class recognition in the world. And also, as I mentioned, it is stable price. So here's some advantages of replacing plastic and paper with Limex. So firstly, let me focusing on plastic alternative. So basically now a lot of people who are using like basically all the plastic, it is mainly comes up of 100% petroleum based resin. However, for Limex, as I mentioned, it is containing more than 50% of calcium carbonate. So if they switch their own material to Limex from their own material, they can reduce the plastic usage drastically. Also, it can connect into CO2 emission reduction at the same time. And for paper alternative case, for example, when customer manufacture 1 ton paper, they require a huge amount of water and a lot of trees. However, for Limex, it's same. It just require calcium carbonate and binder resin, small portion of resin to manufacture paper alternative. That's why, as I mentioned, Limex, it can be contribute to natural resource depletion. Especially now, the world, we are facing paper shortage. So in this aspect, Limex, it can contribute to this kind of issue. And so for Limex basic patent, it has been registered and applied more than 40 countries in the world. Also, Limex has been registered as a sustainable material by United Nations Industrial Development Organization. Also, TBM, we are introduced at COP as well as G20. So far, we provided to more than 8,000 companies in the world, like Amazon. And here's some like ambitious goal for TBM, which is TBM Pledge 2030. So first one, which is go carbon neutral by 2030. Like we are aiming for more greenhouse gas emission reduction. For example, by adopting renewable energy for our factory and so on. And the other one is go circular, which is TBM. We are aiming to circular 1 million tons of Limex and plastic in 50 countries to promote circular economy in the world. So from here, let me introduce our business activity in India. Especially due to strict plastic regulation, people's of India environmental awareness is rising. It skyrockets over time. And I feel like, yeah, it's correct. And also the number of inquiries from India is increasing year by year. And also the number is the most. And today we narrow down our target item and industry, which is, for example, agricultural industry, for example, Limex for agricultural film, and the other one is cosmetic industry for cosmetic container packaging, and the last one, it is retail industry. For retail industry, it's really huge industry and still a bit abstract. So let's say, for example, garbage bag, shopping bag, daily product for hanger, iPhone case, and like cup and so on. And this is a target item for India. So this red square shows you our main focus in India, which is bag and dairy product. And especially these blue characters, it shows some customer in India, they've already adopted Limex for their own product. For example, for shopping bag, garbage bag, packaging film, agricultural film. And personally, I'd like to try to manufacture milk pouch in the future because the volume is really huge. And also for injection molding, they already adopted Limex for cosmetic packaging, dairy product, and like stationery, hotel amenities, industrial goods. In terms of the other product, of course, Limex is available, but let's say in India, we still have no experience to manufacture. So if we have any chance, we'd like to try to manufacture this kind of product as well. And also for one advantage is for converters like plastic manufacturers. Even though Limex is innovative in kind of new material, but it is applicable and available to use existing molding machineries and also traditional methods to manufacture plastic product. So we can say they can use Limex by just adjusting, mold temperature and so on. They can use existing machine. And this is everything that I would like to explain to you today. And I believe Limex, it can be utilized for one of the solution for example, making in India, more like clean and green, and also in the world. And then if you got any interest or question, please contact me. This is my WhatsApp and email, and this is our company contact form. So I'm really looking forward to having your question and interest. So thank you for your time. So if you have any question, let me answer after this.
Thank you, Sato-san, for your wonderful presentation. So we are getting questions in the messenger. That the first one is Limex expensive to produce?
Okay, so let's say for the material price itself, it's much cheaper than traditional material, for example, PP and PE. And also they can use existing molding machineries that I explained to you. That's why the customer can expect, they don't need any additional, like for example, investment. They can just switch material to Limex. So yeah.
Okay, and do you produce Limex in Japan and export to India?
Basically, Limex sheet, it is manufactured in our 2 factory in Japan. However, for Limex pellet, like small particle,
yes,
right? Yeah, it is manufactured in our Vietnam OEM factory. So if they would like to buy Limex pellet, it comes from Vietnam or factory to India. Yeah. So they can cut, transportation fee from Japan, right?
Okay. Yeah. So we are getting also from in the Q&A box.
Okay.
Sanjib-san asked, how the milk packets be used with Limex? Would that be healthy? Any certifications?
As I mentioned so far, we have completely no experience to manufacture milk pouch. Yeah, and basically Limex and limestone, it is alkaline. That's why it is not really good. And also if it directly contact into acid, some calcium will be appeared.
Oh.
However, calcium is, not harmful,
to the body.
Yeah. That's why if customer caring about this issue, they need to manufacture, for example, multiple layer, like, and then they put Limex layer in it, in the middle layer or outer layer. And then for inner layer, they can use, for example, traditional layer to cover. It's optional, yeah, up to customers.
Okay, so you also customize, depends on the customer's needs.
It is all depending on customer requirements. Yeah, thank you for your question.
And yeah, we have a lot of questions that it's also related to milk pouch. And I think you are not ready for funding in India.
Yeah, let me answer.
But the question from Vipan-san, can we use milk pouch for storing frozen sugarcane juice? So yeah, I think the question is the Limex can store not only milk but also other type of drinks.
I think it depends. As I mentioned, if they caring about calcium carbonate like issue, like they will appear some calcium in a liquid, right?
Okay.
So if they put, for example, orange juice in it, maybe a lot of calcium will be appeared. So
Mm-hmm.
it's depending on pH number score. Yeah.
Okay. Frozen
Yes.
products also okay?
What
So
product?
Can you float the products?
Okay. Okay, let's say it is depending on layer structure.
Okay, but it is very attractive that you can manufacture depending on their requirements.
Yeah, the
Okay.
customer can customize
Customer.
Limex product as yes.
So the next question is, okay. So what's the main challenge for adoption in India?
Adoption. Okay.
Mhm.
So this is just based on my understanding.
Mhm.
Especially India,
Mhm.
they have really strict plastic regulation comparing to other Asian country.
Right.
Of course, it is depending on states, right?
Mhm.
However, for some states, they completely ban plastic, single-use plastic. For example, like T-shirt bag and like cap, right? And then some customers really focusing on just biodegradable material.
Mhm.
And so far, Limex, it's not biodegradable. It's still under development. That's why this is kind of difficulties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If
Understood.
they just would like to get biodegradable, Limex cannot meet yeah, their requirement.
Okay. Yeah, but even it's developing, how can I say, biodegradable product, but it's already eco-friendly compared with petroleum, other ingredients, papers.
Yes, definitely. And also, as I mentioned, some customers already adopted Limex. The main reason is cost reduction. Since Limex it's cheaper than PE, that's why they adopted Limex to reduce their own cost, even though it is not biodegradable. So it is depending on the weight between cost and like biodegradability. Yes.
Okay. So thank you very much. We are almost time for your for your presentation and Q&A session. Thank you very much. And
thank you very much.
I hope everyone understands the attractiveness of this product.
I hope so.
Okay. So let's move on to the last session. I will invite Mr. Guru Prasad-san from Yasukawa, India. This is a robotic company. So Guru Prasad-san, over to you.
Thank you, Saki-san. So good afternoon, everybody. So it's good afternoon here as well in India. Thanks for this opportunity. I'm just sharing my screen. Okay. So hope everybody are enjoying till now. We have been finished with the 3 presentations and 1 speaker. Right now, I'm from Yasukawa India Private Limited. Yasukawa is a Japanese company conglomerate. Having subsidiary in India. So today our topic will be on partnering for skill development. So we have been talking till now on different aspects.
Excuse me, your screen is not sharing.
Okay, sorry. Let me just check.
Yes.
Okay now?
Okay now, perfect.
Fine, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Saki-san. So today from Yasukawa India, we will be talking on partnering for skill development as a main topic today. So we see in the industry from last 2015, 2016, a lot of other topics like Industry 4.0, artificial intelligence, which are started merging and started having its own path in India and across globally also. But today, when we talk, we want to. There is a dearth of skill development in the education field. So we are now partnering with a lot of academics and other companies as well to promote this as our motto. So before getting into what is Yasukawa and what is the products that we offer to the industry, to the education institutions, let us understand the trend today. So the mega trends which are provoking energy demands or energy saving One is on the urbanization. So if you see today, more and more people are coming from tier 2, tier 3 cities. They are migrating to tier 1 cities in search of job, and there is a lot of other opportunities. So by 2050, they are anticipating 2.5 billion people will be migrating to cities. So with this, what is happening? With this, you can see the technology is emerging. So there will be a lot of digitization. So they're anticipating 30 billion connected things will be there by 2025. And industrialization is the next major boom, you can see. So where more than 50% of the energy is consumed in these industries, as you all are aware. So with these emerging trends, what is that we are going to face? What will be the aftermath? We should also understand that. So if you see in this slide, what will happen to our resources in next 30 years or so? So you see the energy consumption will grow by 50%. Obviously, with the industrial growth, with the people migrating to tier 1 city, this is the I mean, it's totally anticipated. But what we have to take care of, we have to reduce our carbon dioxide emission, CO2 emission, to prevent the greenhouse effect, what we are talking to. But how? So we have to make the equipments, the machineries what we are manufacturing, the plants or the industries which are emerging, to be 3 times more efficient. So if you are more efficient, you can have better energy saving and reduce your CO2 emissions. So now coming to Yaskawa. So we how you can do from the previous slides, you got to know what is the trends and what is the aftermath. But what is Yaskawa can do for this trend? What is happening? This is what we are there today. So with 100 years of more than 100 years of experience with motors and their control, we contribute to industrial and social developments with technology we have cultivated. So Yaskawa total solution today, if you see, we have robotics, we have motions and drives in our total product basket. So where these products can be used when we are talking about these reducing CO2, energy saving. So these are the industries. You name any industries, right? From I mean, very easy industries like IT, or rugged industries like steel or mining, or harsh hazardous industries like chemicals or paints. You name anything, including automobile, rubbers, cold storage. We have the product which can run in these industries, in the running the machineries, contributing to the energy saving and reducing the carbon dioxide footprint. Coming to Yaskawa Vision 2025, we have Yaskawa Eco Vision, which talks about reducing the CO2 by 36% compared to 2018, what we were doing by green products and green processes. So we are working towards this, and we are already in line to this vision from the Yaskawa Japan, what we have today. So coming to what Yaskawa, we are the global players present in 30 countries, 100 plus years of history in globally. So we celebrated our 100 years in 2015. We have 30 million plus VFD installations worldwide, 500,000 plus robots till date install base, and 20 million servos which are running across globe. We are having 12 manufacturing units, and if you see today, we are $3.56 billion company, growing in a faster way. Coming to the Japan facilities, this is the some of the snapshots what you can see. Our head office, technology center, robo plant, motion control, drive centers, and research laboratories. Now, when we talk about Yaskawa India, so we entered in India in the year 1980. So if you see, we have distributed our history in a different period, where we have entry to India in 1980. We partnered with L&T Automation in India, and coming to expansion period was during 1990 to 2000. So we had a lot of joint ventures happening for robotics, and also we started AC drives business with L&T. Then coming to some decision making which happened from 2005 to 2010. So there was Motomon Motherson Robotics Limited forms, Robo Sales and Services Office starting of AC drives assembly plant in Bangalore. All this started happening in the next 5 years. Coming to the growth years, if you see, we had a 100% subsidiary of Japan, and merger of drives and robotics. We became one Yaskawa, one India, one Yaskawa. Then results we can see, we became the third largest player in India for drives, motion, and robotics. When you talk about all these three drives put together, we are number 3 in India. across globally also we are number 2. So 40 years of history in India with rapid expansion in last 10 years. When we talk about 2021 is the year where we started thinking beyond technology, beyond whatever we are doing today. So it was an era of skill development we talk about, and we had a government of Karnataka initiative. We joined hands with government of Karnataka, and also we partnered with Tata Technologies for skill development, wherein my colleague Mr. Rajesh will be talking more on this aspects. Now coming to the products, different products what we have. So we have motion controls, whether it is AC servo controllers up to 55 kilowatt or AC drives from 0.1 kilowatt to 1.75 megawatt. MV drives we have in all range, and PM motors. And coming to robotics, we have core products. You name any application, whether it is arc welding, spot welding, painting, including for today's biomedical robots, collaborative robots, semiconductor wafer transfer for electronic industries, we have a solution for you. Then coming to system engineering, so it's not only the product we sell, what you see on the left hand side, it is a complete solution we offer to the customers with the product. Then and if you talk about system engineering, we have a state-of-art facilities of parallel building division in Bangalore. Today we talk about industry 4.0, realization of industry 4.0, utilization of artificial intelligence. We do it through iCube mechatronics, which we call integrated, intelligent, and innovative. Where you can see here, we have the connected products at the bottom layer. Then we have the products which fetches the data on real time from these products and do the analytics and give a throughput to the customers for the improvisation of the productions or the betterment of the plant in all totality. So this is the complete offer which we have today as a Escava cockpit we call. So we have remote control and edit, monitoring on real time, predictive maintenance, and communication with on your mobile devices. So all said and done, we should also be strong enough with our service support, not only by selling products or solutions. So we have complete range of service support available 24/7, 365 days in our platform. So when we talk about skill development, so we have collaborated and partnered with a lot of academia across India. So starting from ISC Bangalore, IIT Madras, IIT Varanasi, where you can see on the slide, Sona Institute, Dhanlakshmi College. These are very few which we have just bought in, NI Mysore and little NIT Rourkela. So we have more to come, and we are working on this line, partnering with colleges and bringing the students to our facilities, training them, getting to know how. And some of the awards and recognitions, what we can say, we were from last 5 years, we were in a row, we were the world's most innovative company as when it comes to Escava. It's a technology what we always talk about. So today, Escava technologies and product services are enjoying high reputations and great trust from customer globally, not only in India. When we talk about where to reach, so we have a footprint across India with their corporate office and headquarters in Bangalore. And for robotics, we have head office in Gurgaon, and we have offices across all locations and sales offices. So you can just go through our webpage, escavaindia.in, and you can reach out to us. And also we serve all our customers through our partners. We have 50 authorized partners and 21 authorized centers across India. Thank you so much. And our brand promise, as we say, our passion for manufacturing is timeless and will never change. We keep on working on this, working towards this sustainability. And when we talk about 2050 goal of carbon neutrality, Escava is one of the company which is joining hands and working on. And this is a slide where you can just take a snap or a screenshot. You can reach out to us for drives and motion control. You can reach out to me, and for robotics, you can reach out to Mr. Rajesh as in So thank you, Saki-san. Over to Rajesh, who will be presenting on robotics. Hello, Rajesh-san.
Yeah, Guru-san, thank you. You can stop the stop screening, sharing the screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Rajesh Raghavan. I'm taking care of the robot sales in GA industry in India. So I think about Guru-san already briefed about Escava, what we are doing in India, and we are selling all our product in auto sector and non-automotive sectors and all. And robotic, like start from arc welding, painting, handling, deburring, all different application we are selling. like 7 years before we start, like Eshkava also think about India, there is a lot of robotic populations are increasing. All the robots populations are increasing. So we thought like we want to connect industry and education together. So that's how we started a skill development activity. We established the Center of Excellence with a different university, like a prestigious university, start from IIT, IISc, MIT, NIT, a lot of private institute also. We established the robot so that student will come with a similar like industry robots. What we are selling in industry, the same robots are available in the education sector. And in this connection, like I will just run the video also because we have a short time. 2 years before, we tied up with the Tata Technology. Tata Technology is coming up in India the big way on the skill development activity. They have done almost a 500 ITI survey, and they saw that government ITI need to be skilled up. So that's how Tata is coming up with like Ashkava, this other 20 OEM. They established the complete shop floor with all the latest equipment. You know, right? What is the way currently the world manufacturing changing drastically with the no one is doing the manual cutting, everyone is going with the VMC programming, one CNC cutting tool, and robotic also, like no one is doing a manual welding and all, manual deburring and all. Now everything with the robotic applications and new designs. About if you talk about 3D printer, additive technology, and EV is coming. So they saw there is a big gap between current education in government ITIs, and also they want to give as a CSR product, as well as they work with a different state government in India. For example, start from Karnataka government. They have selected 150 government ITI to upgrade the skills. Entirely new shop floor they made, including the new building with all 20 OEMs. Products are available, so students have a very good hands-on experience, which is the latest equipments. Like if you talk about design software, PTC, Dassault system, Grandmaster. If you talk about computer like a server, HP or Dell, and robotic Yeshkava is there, like this, Haas is there, Sugami is there for the VMC, CNC machine, 3D printer, like a EV vehicle, automotive company, Hero, TVS, they are giving. So student can completely dismiss. It's all more practical. Tata decided like they want to do the more practical students so that industry will get a ready-made candidate. So I will run a small video where we have already installed one center in Bangalore, Pinya. I'll just share my screen. The video is screaming?
No, not yet. I
One
think you
second.
have to, you should share screen and put.
Okay. Yeah. One second.
Yes.
Now screen is visible?
Yes, but we can see your email.
Sorry. Now?
No, you should share screen.
Actually, screen sharing stopped. I don't know. 1 second. Again, I'll try.
Yes, please.
Now it's okay.
It's coming.
I'll run the video.
No, it's coming still.
It's not coming.
Oh.
Oh, what is happening here? Getting a screen.
It's not coming.
Again, last try, I'll try.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Share screen. Oh. No, I think it's not coming. So I will share the video after this. I don't want to take your time also. That the idea is like we want to share that the center is available in Pinya. I think I want to meet Japan Habba top management team also to invite that one shop floor. It is like all the equipments are available with the capex equipment. It's not only for the students. It is like for any MSME, SME people also they can use. Getting a permission from the ITA, and Eshkawa will support you on this activity, so that all the latest equipment, capex equipments are available, and they are government ITA, not only the ITA student, like other colleges people also, because I know that the MTech students also, they will not get an opportunity to work with the robotic as well as the 3D printer, additive technology and all. Now everything is available in the government ITAs. So you can utilize. So I thought this is a good forum to share some information on the skilling activities so that everyone will utilize this facility. Like the shop floor, Tata worked with 150 different locations in Karnataka. Now the same activity we are spreading to Tamil Nadu is a 70 ITA, and Odisha, Assam, Maharashtra, Gujarat. Tata is doing this activity, and we are the part of this skill development activity. And not only ITA, they are very keen after working with Yashikawa and Sugami, other vendors and all, they are very keen to work with a Japanese vendor. So we are here to connect. If any Japanese vendors are interested, like I am also planning to take them to our factory in Japan, where our robotic facility, because we are working a lot of projects like Common Facility Center also for aerospace, EV, and agriculture also for the latest agriculture, what is happening in Japan, the farms company we are going to connect. So anybody interested, I thought I want to share my contact. Please contact us. We want to connect, upgrading the skilling. Then we can contribute together on the country. That is the idea. That's what I thought, to share some information. Unfortunately, the video is not working. I'll come and meet you also. I will share some video of what we are doing in government ITA. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rajesh. We couldn't see the video, unfortunately, but let's move on to the Q&A session with you and Guru Prasad-san. So the first question is, how is your product performance when it is on solar or wind power used? Is there any difference?
For solar and wind, when we talk about, we do have a product for solar industry, not for the as a string inverter, what we call in the solar industry. We have a product for solar pumping system as such for the agriculture, as Rajesh was pointing out to. So we can provide a product which can pump the water without utilizing your electricity, where there is the farmers are deprived of, maybe they may get 1 hour or 2 hours of water today. I mean, sorry, the electricity. So they can go for this solution, collaborating with the solar panel builder. So we can give an offer for that.
Okay, thank you. So the next question is, how different are you to your competition? I think in India also still already there are many robotics companies, but is there any strength of your company?
Okay, I would request Rajesh also to join me to answer this. I will be answering on drives point of view.
Yeah.
So
yeah, sure.
how different when we talk about, it's a good question. So today, if you see Yaskawa, if you talk about till 2015, Yaskawa products were not known in the market. I mean, in terms of, as we were collaborated with L&T, but not that in a big way. Today, in just 5 years, in the drives market, we are on number 4 in terms of sales and our install base. So install base, if you see last year, we have sold close to 75,000 of units of drives. So this tells how different we are from competitor in terms of the quality, the reliability, the ruggedness of the product. When it comes to any kind of harsh environment, hazardous environment, any condition, the products are well fit. It's just a fit and forget product. It works anywhere, anytime. So over to Rajesh to answer in terms of robotics.
Yeah. Say there is a lot of robotic companies also available, but Eshkawa is a turnkey solution. Like we are not only selling a robots, we give a total solution as an engineering. That also we do. And we have so many approved partners in India, and we take the responsibility when we work along with the partner to the end user. It is like, for example, someone want to do that loading and unloading with the robotic instead of a man. A robot can do the loading and unloading. We do the complete solution. Yaskawa is responsible for that complete cell, not only the robot, there is a local material also for conveyor, infeeder, gripper. That's how compared to other guys. And we have a very good product range also compared to competitor. We have more than 175 plus robot models are available. Start from half kg payload to 800 kg payload. Start from small reach to almost 3-meter reach, bigger robot. So that is an advantage we say. And we have a very strong customer support team in Pan India. That is the one of the point. Yeah.
Yes. I saw the presentation that there are a lot of centers, service centers, and manufacturer factories also Pan in India.
Yeah.
And okay, so another question is, what kind of skill will be developed for the students, or is it skill development for staff? Which key research area will be focused?
See, basically, like what I told you initially, like now the manufacturing sector is changed drastically. It's all like a latest equipment. Everyone is talking about the robotic and all. When the student is coming out from the college, the industry expecting a ready-made candidate. So that's how we are establishing the center of excellence. Whatever we are supplying, like a motion control product or robotic, we the same kind of industrial cell we are establishing in the colleges. So the student will aware that how to make the robotic industrial robot programming, how to interface with the robot with the PLC conveyor, what is the how the industry is working. The similar prototype model is available in the colleges. And we do a lot of activity. We are not the same product we are doing in the colleges, but it's like a good discount and all, because we want to do that. Manpower should, right? We are selling so many robots in India, but someone to be operating also needed, right? So that's how we connecting this activity.
Okay, so let's move on to the next question. So in my understanding, your company provides robotics internally in the factory. But the question we received is, do you have anything for spraying in insecticide or pesticides to our coffee plantation?
At the moment, no, actually, because there's some development is going on and depends on the site actually, because nowadays robots are in the factory. Nowadays, the robots are going to the construction site. We are working with the construction sites in Mumbai or Bangalore, that apartments for the painting, wall painting, they are planning with the robots. So customized robots, we can do the customized application. If the shop floor, it is possible, and the building also we are making customized based on the requirement. The same way the plant also possible, if they fully automated the plant location, it is possible. And we want to see the location, we want to see that activity. Based on that, we can think about that.
Okay. So if the questionnaire, how can I say, person who asked this question has to contact with you.
Correct. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So this is the last question. Where do you have biomedical robots in India?
We are not doing at the moment in India biomedical. It is in Japan only. It's available.
Okay. Thank you. So we are almost time. Thank you very much. We are closing the company's presentation. So thank you, Guru Prasad-san and Rajesh-san, for your presence for today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, Morita-san, Amit-san, Sato-san, Guru Prasad-san, and Rajesh-san for your wonderful presentation. Finally, I invite Ms. Anandi, Principal Research Scientist, EC Department IISc, and Chair IEEE Site Bangalore Section, and Vice Chair HAC India Council for her vote of thanks. Anandi Sensei, please start.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I feel honored and privileged to get this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on the special occasion on Japan Habba Tech Fair Tech Talks 2022. On behalf of our organizing committee, I would like to thank all the speakers of Japan Habba Tech Talks. I would like to convey my deep regards and hearty thanks to Mr. S. Janakiraman, President, Indo-Japanese Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Our thanks goes to Mr. Morita, Founder, Program Director, Global Head of New Business Medical Division, Fujifilm Corporation. Mr. Amit Srivatsava, Director and Head of Sales, Rakuten, India Enterprise. Mr. Sato, Regional Director, TBM Corporation Limited. And we have thanks to Guru Prasad Raju and Rajesh Raghavan, Senior Manager Marketing and Regional Manager, Yashkawa in India Private Limited. A special thanks goes to Japan Habba Committee, JETRO, Bengaluru, IJCCI. Our special thanks also goes to IEEE IASC Student Branch. Happy to announce that IEEE IASC Student Branch is technically supporting Japan Habba. The IEEE IASC Student Branch is recognized as one of the best student branches by IEEE under IEEE University Partnership Program, along with 17 other colleges in the world. Our motto is to conduct innovative IEEE programs, emphasizing on technical excellence as per the needs of our student members. We are also very happy to collaborate with Japan Habba events. IEEE Bangalore section is one of the most vibrant and dynamic IEEE sections across globe. Section has grown steadily with 12,000 plus members. This membership is spread across various sectors and is a nice blend of industry, academia, and research. And we have 3 subsections, 3 affinity groups, 29 societies, chapters, and council under Bangalore section. I am chairing IEEE site. It is a special interest group for humanitarian technology, and it is a global network of IEEE volunteers partnering with NGOs and communities and co-create impactful solutions. We perform outreach activities, technical training, so that the IEEE volunteers will know how to use their technical knowledge and skill for social good and to bring about change in the society. Bangalore section organizes many conferences. We have IEEE Connect 2022 happening on 8th and 9th of July. We have the last date for the paper submission on April 11th. And also we have Bangalore Humanitarian Technology Conclave coming up in October 2nd and 3rd. Interested participants can enroll as IEEE member. And with this note, I would like to thank all the participants. Thank you all very much again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anandi Sensei. So this brings us to the end of today's webinar. We hope you enjoyed them. And here are the website URL of today's speakers. So please look into them. And tomorrow from 11 a.m., the same time, we will have another webinar, Startup Talks. 3 Japanese startups and 1 Indian startup will present their interesting technologies. So please join us again. One last request to all the audiences. After you exit Zoom, you will be redirected to a feedback form. The process will take about 30 seconds for you. So that's all from us. Thank you very much for your participation. See you soon.